First Coast News begins with breaking news.
We're following several breaking news stories right now at 6. First, the CSX train has derailed in Atlanta, and police say one of the cars flew into a house. The man was actually inside at the time and had to be rushed to the hospital. Right now, it's unclear what caused that derailment, but we do know at least 9 cars jumped the tracks.
Also breaking here at home, 3 people were shot overnight, and that includes 2 teenagers, we're told, and a home set on fire. First Coast News' Alex Osiris is live there on that scene. He's gathering the very latest information. Have an update for us in 2 minutes. Stay put.
And let's get to your third big story on this Thursday morning. A Neptune Beach hotel is closed this morning after a shooting in the hotel lobby. It happened last night at the Red Roof Inn on Atlantic Boulevard. Police say other guests found the victim and called police for help. Well, now they're interviewing several witnesses. We're going to fill you in as soon as we learn more details. And a tropical depression has formed in the Caribbean and could threaten the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, by this weekend. Well, that's the timing we're looking at right now. You see the cone right here. A lot has to happen, though, as it crosses the Yucatan. Now, I could sit here and talk about it all morning, what with being a storm expert, but let's get the other one in this morning. Steve Fundero, and for meteorologist Mike Pranley. Wish you would. What are we learning today?
Like you just said, lots can change. I think some things moving in our favor a little bit here on the First Coast. Now, regardless, this is still so far out when we talk about these things. And when you look at computer models, and you agree with me with this, is I love spaghetti, but I hate spaghetti plots.
There you go.
Because they can be so misleading and so confusing in the sense that they're not necessarily a forecast. They're just a computer taking current variables and conditions of a storm and then spitting out
It's
an
just
answer.
a tool to use. Now, my assessment, and I agree or disagree, it's got to do a lot as it crosses through, well, Central America and then Yucatan Peninsula. Interaction with land is going to mean a lot for this. As it gets back into open Gulf. When it gets into open Gulf, that's when I'm going to be more confident in the track.
And we will be as well. I mean, you just remember yesterday we had the idea that it was over deep, warm water and it could strengthen a tropical storm. But now it's already making interaction with land in Nicaragua and Honduras, and it's still the tropical depression. So a couple speed bumps to get through. The mountainous terrain there with flash flooding is likely. The Yucatan Peninsula, but all signs kind of pushing it a little further to the west. Now, this is still so far out, though, and you might got to remember, this is a cone of uncertainty, a cone of concern, where this can be as far west or as far east inside that cone. It's not a cone of damage, so to speak. So anywhere from western Louisiana to the Panhandle really needs to keep an eye on this forecast, and either way you slice and dice, I think a little more rain and wind this weekend. Lindsay?
VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center this morning, taking a look at your roads, and things are not looking too terrible. Just a few minor incidents here and there. So if you see anything on the roadways, just make sure you're on a little bit, because one of the things that we're seeing is we saw some showers earlier this morning, so that might cause some wet roadways. Let's go to the maps and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Again, just a little bit of rain across the area. I-10 saw some of that, and then our routes to the beaches, Atlantic Beach and JTB. But if you're coming in and out of Georgia, things are looking good. Coming south on 95, 11 minutes from Highway 40 to State Road 200 rather, and then 9 minutes from State Road 200 to 295. If you're coming in from the south on I-95, things are looking good there. 7 minutes from 210 to 295, and then 13 minutes into the downtown area. We do have a crash at 103rd, and we'll talk about that in about 10 minutes. Keitha.
Thanks for that, Lindsay. We want to get back to that breaking news we're following right now. 3 people are in the hospital after being shot. This happened out in Durkeeville. Police say someone also set a house on fire. It's on McConaughey Street near James Small Park. There's a little map for you. We pulled up the crime stats in that area and found 46 incidents in just the last month, including 16 assaults and an arson. Let's get right out to First Coast News' Alex Osiris right now. He is live on the scene, gathering new details overnight into the early morning. Alex, what have you learned this morning?
Well, Keitha, you mentioned those crime stats, adding 2 more overnight here. Something else believed to be an arson here. Police say that they do believe an accelerant was used to set a house on fire just beyond this police car. You can see the crime tape is up, and as we pan in to the right-hand side, that is where police say that house is located, over on McConaughey Street. Now, JSO still on the scene. They've been out here since around 11 o'clock last night. That is when they say they received a call about multiple people shot. When the aggravated battery unit arrived on scene, they found 3 people shot, including 2 juveniles. Everyone transported to UF Health. They say those injuries are non-life threatening this morning. So after that call came in, they started investigating. They do say somebody appears to have set the house on fire in the 1400 block of McConaughey Street, and that they appeared to use an accelerant to do that. So that is another investigation that continues this morning. Police have been out here again for hours, blocking off the area. A 4-block or so radius has been established by police, including from Blue Street up to Barnett, and then over from 8th Street here to McConaughey. So that is what they are doing this morning, waiting for fire investigators to arrive on scene later this morning and do more investigations. However, they do say right now they don't have any suspects at this time. Live in Durkeeville, Alex Osiris, First Coast News, on your side.
Thank you, Alex. All right, new for you this morning. The Florida School Board is considering raising testing standards for high school graduation. But Duval County officials are saying, not so fast. Don't move the goal line on us. According to our partners at the Florida Times Union, Duval County leaders fear test changes could drop graduation rates by 10%. Right now, only 78% of Duval seniors graduate on time. So dropping it to 68, that would be something. If you'd like to weigh in on the changes, you could comment on the Florida Department of Education's website right now. They are taking your input. Keitha.
Waiting to learn when 2 local clinics will reopen for business after they were raided by the DEA. This happened in the middle of the day just yesterday. Search warrants were served to doctors at Avenues Internal Medicine, that's in Jacksonville, and Doctors Inlet Internal Medicine out in Middleburg. They're being investigated for health care fraud and illegal distribution of drugs. There's no word yet on any arrests.
A permanent memorial is now on display at Jacksonville Beach. It was unveiled last night in honor of Glenn McNeil on his birthday. The 24-year-old was shot and killed by someone after 4th of July celebrations at the beach. Despite large crowds that night, a shooter still hasn't been identified. One of his close friends started a petition to push the city to install a permanent memorial in his honor. More than 3,000 people signed it. Okay, this is an update for you because you probably went to bed last night in St. Johns County, southern Duval County, having to boil your water and wondering if it's still happening this morning. And yes, it continues through that area. 6,000 accounts, 6,000 customers, according to JEA, are affected. So the area outlined in red there on that map. Let me break it down for you, because that's essentially all of Julington Creek down to 210, Southampton, up to your Durbin area, as well all the way up into the southern area of Duval. So a contractor working on a developer hit a 20-inch pipe there on Racetrack Road. So there's a good central point for you to think about where you got to boil your water. We've got a full list of the neighborhoods affected on firstcoastnews.com, but you got to boil your water for a full minute before using it to cook or drink or anything that you're going to put in your body.
Thanks for that, Lou. Let's get into some of your top stories right now happening around the country. An unlikely hero is emerging from the Las Vegas massacre. A rose-colored iPhone. A woman says that the iPhone stopped a bullet from hitting her. There's a shot of that phone. Now, this is as she was running away from that scene. You can see the phone is shattered. She says it was just inches away from her body, and she's thankful for that phone. A Michigan mother has been sentenced to jail time for not vaccinating her son after she had agreed to do so in court. Her ex-husband wanted their 9-year-old son vaccinated, but she says vaccinations go against her beliefs. She is the child's primary caregiver, but the judge told her the boy's father gets a say. Rebecca Verdeau will serve 7 days in jail. A night shift manager at a Bronx McDonald's was dishing up more than burgers and fries. He was busted for offering a side of cocaine in his Happy Meals, according to officers. Now, police say they caught Frank Guerrero during a 3-month undercover investigation. Guerrero allegedly sold cops $10,000 worth of cocaine in 8 separate sales. All right, did you catch this one? Someone stole the show during a Senate panel about that massive Equifax breach while the former CEO was testifying yesterday. A woman, there she is right there in the corner of your screen. She's dressed up as that Monopoly man. She's peeking her head over his shoulder. You see, there she goes. She even had a giant bag of fake money with her, of course. A consumer advocacy group took credit for this stunt. And it worked because everyone's talking about it this morning. Crazy stuff.
There you go. All right, Keith, thank you so much. Jacksonville's bid to host a World Cup game ended in a shutout. But soccer fans in the River City may not have to travel far to see a game. Plus, a semi-truck plows right into an Alachua County patrol car. The message deputies have for all drivers coming up.
Welcome back. Two Alachua County deputies are okay this morning after a semi-truck plowed right into their SUV. Take a look at this picture. Deputy Michael Griffith and his trainee, Deputy Joseph Yarbrough, say that they were setting up flares behind their vehicle when they heard this loud screeching and saw a semi heading right toward them. Both deputies were able to jump out of the way just in time. They shared this picture online to remind drivers to move over for stopped emergency vehicles. That's something Katie says again and again, and I'm sure Lindsay agrees. Let's turn things over now to weather and traffic together.
Yeah, not only do I agree, it's the law, so you have to move over. It's called the move over law for a reason. If you see law enforcement on the side of the road, you got to either slow down or move over a lane. It's always easier just to move over and get out of the way.
Yeah,
and you don't have to worry about it.
You know, this is a law. What is it? Wipers on, headlights on. Too,
Yep.
As well. A couple showers moving through this morning. That's the idea over the next couple of hours out on the roadways. As we're still dealing with our local coastal nor'easter. Some tropical energy and moisture is kind of getting thrown up and tossed up into that northeasterly flow. So that's why we'll see a couple more showers on the increase. Get a good round this morning and another round later today. Not saying we won't see sun, because we will see a couple breaks of sun around lunchtime. Dropping the kids off at school. The further inland you are, the drier you'll be. Closer to the coast, could get a quick little burst of a shower or two. It's not a complete washout this morning. It's not a complete washout later this afternoon and this evening, but we'll just see an increase on those showers. It is the harvest moon as well. It's the first full moon of the autumn season. That being said, the moon and its gravitational pull adding a little bit more volume to our tides, so our tides will continue to be excessive. Water levels remain 2 to 3 feet above normal. So through the day today, with that persistent northeast breeze gusting over 25 miles an hour at the coast, that's making it tough for the water in the St. Johns River Basin, the low-lying areas, the intracoastal, making it very tough to drain out. So keep an eye on those high tides because we're not going to see so much rain and maybe less than an inch when we're all said and done through Friday, but with the excessive tides causing more flooding issues.
And I know we saw some showers this morning because on my way into work, the roads were a little bit wet, causing them to be a little slick. So just be very careful of that as you're heading out this morning. Overall, things are looking pretty good. We do have a crash at 103rd and Monroe Smith Road. Westbound lanes of 103rd there are closed, but as you can see, not causing too many major issues. If you're heading onto NAS Jax, thank you very much for your service. No major problems there. Usually we start to see that building as we head a little closer to the 7 o'clock hour. Buckman Bridge actually looking pretty good this morning as well. 10 minutes both ways. That'll start to pick up though as we get closer to the 7 o'clock hour as well, along with I-10 also. Lewis.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so maybe this wasn't the news local soccer fans were all hoping for, but Jacksonville has been cut from the list to host the 2026 World Cup. It would have cost a lot of money to bring it here, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. ESPN reports Jacksonville, along with other cities like New Orleans, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, did not make the cut as potential host cities. But 32 American cities did, including Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Atlanta. Not far drives, and they've already got the soccer facilities ready and raring to go. So many infrastructure changes would have to be made over at Everbank for this to make sense. I mean, millions of dollars spent. So, hey, we'll just take a short drive and go see them where it's already built.
Maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
There
right?
you go.
6:15 is your time right now on the Thursday morning. We like to call this Friday Eve
Yes, we
around
do.
here. So we've all experienced flight delays or even canceled flights. So frustrating, but we're going to tell you why one airline left thousands of passengers stranded with little explanation.
And quarterback Cam Newton, well, he's dominating social media. Made some comments he's probably going to regret. Maybe he already does. He's got that grin, doesn't he? Brooks Baptiste is going to break it down for us next. What Cam Newton said.
I was going to say maybe.
Hey, mic check 1, 2, 3. Brooks Baptiste. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. If Chari wants to control it, that's fine. Just let her know I'm starting on Lord Bishop's tweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, on Movi. Yeah, I'll be here at the desk the whole time. All right, cool.
I know you take a lot of pride in seeing your receivers play well. Devin Funchess has seemed to really embrace the physicality of his routes and getting those extra yards. Does that give you a little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of truck sticking people out there?
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes. Like, it's funny. But fun is coming along, man.
Uh-oh, Cam. Well, you just heard his comment, and as you can probably imagine, many are offended. He does eventually answer the reporter's question, but you see he mixed in some laughter before doing so. Of course, he's receiving heat from several sports news media organizations, and many are talking online. We have to get straight to the tweets. Right here, Lord Bishop, he says, most players think that they just don't say it. You can't say it because we live in the U.S.
Pause.
The Fortnite.
Pause. That tweet makes me so mad. Put that little snowflake there at the end, like it's some sort of weakness. There, thank you.
Chari went right back to it.
That guy's wrong. Sorry, man. Your opinion is wrong. You can have an opinion. I'm allowed to say your opinion's wrong. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
All right, well, let's go to the
How about
next
that,
one, and
Brooks?
we're going to get back to it. The Fortnite says he seemed to be complimenting the lady for asking such a question in an arena where women's voices aren't often heard.
Patronizing, not
Benny,
no.
yeah. Benny from Uptown, he says, football is dominated by males. Hearing a female talk about football with sense is funny and refreshing because it's not the norm. And then we go over to Laura. She says, ladies, do not feel forced into defending our sports knowledge. This is on Cam Newton, not on us. Unacceptable in 2017 to go back to this. And lastly, Jordan, which was actually the reporter that asked the question, I don't think it's, quote, funny to be a female and talk about routes. I think it's my job.
That's right. There's nothing funny about sexism. That really made me angry. And then watching his smirk on his face.
Ooh, that smirk.
You know, someone tweeted it, Cam makes it difficult for people to want to root for him.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with that right now.
And saying it's a novelty, the one tweet you said, well, it's nice to hear, you know, a female do it because it's a novelty. It's not the norm. Yes, it is. It is very, very normal. Every locker room has dozens of female reporters now. This isn't 1987, 77. It's 2017,
Look,
man.
This is an ongoing conversation. As you can see, it has us thinking, has us talking. I want to know your thoughts. Just be sure to tweet me at Brooks Baptiste and use that hashtag GMJ.
Thank you, Brooks. Now I'm in a great mood. Let's get over to Steve. Put me in a better mood. I know it.
I don't know, Lou.
Yeah, you will.
The tropics, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we got some local impacts to talk about today and tomorrow. For our local coastal nor'easter, harvest moon today, full moon in the season of autumn, adding volume to our tides. So high tide's going to continue to be excessive, and we're going to see a little bit more precipitation. Some tropical moisture, yes, tropical moisture, not tropical depression 16. This is just some moisture and energy down in southern Florida, bringing some flooding issues there. It's going to throw up a couple energy and waves of energy into our neck of the woods. That'll get picked up by our northeasterly flow and bring some showers through, some showers out there in southeastern Georgia. Now towards the coast and downtown towards the coast. Just a couple quick bursts on your commutes, but it's the tides I'm a little bit more concerned about today and tomorrow. We're not going to get a whole lot of rain through Friday, just dealing with less than an inch of rain, but with the excessive tides, water level still 2 to 3 feet above normal. Got to pose some flooding issues for those low-lying areas in and around the St. Johns River and its estuaries, its tributaries, the intercoastal as well. Here's Tropical Depression 16. It's still Tropical Depression. We'll talk a little bit about its impacts here locally because its forecast continues to change. But either way, we look at the forecast and roll the dice, I guess you could say. Rain and wind a little bit expected this weekend.
All right, taking a look at the roads in the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center this morning. Things are looking pretty darn good. We just had that one crash at 103rd where the westbound lanes of 103rd were closed. Other than that, minor crash over on 295, the East Beltway, getting a little bit closer to 95. But again, other than that, we're looking pretty good. A few showers out there, maybe making some of the roadways a little bit wet, especially on I-10, getting closer to the downtown area. You might start to see that picking up a little bit, the water picking up on the roadways a little bit there. And then our beach area, we did see some showers that moved in there. Atlantic Beach, JTB, seeing a little bit of wet roadways there. So just take your time, maybe plan to leave a little bit early and leave some extra space between you and the car in front of you. Keitha.
Thanks for that, Lindsay. So it was a close call for a driver in Daytona Beach. A crowbar flew right through a windshield while a driver was behind the wheel of a pickup truck. We actually have a look at the image you can see right here. Yikes. Now, we'll tell you what happened. Police believe the crowbar was just sitting on I-95, and they say a semi-truck ran over it, sending that crowbar flying through the air and right through the pickup's windshield. Goodness. Now, the driver says the steering wheel stopped it, luckily. He was okay, but shaken up. We know that. Now, he said he planned to spend the rest of the day inside. I do not blame him one bit. We'll be right back in 2 minutes with more of GMJ.
Welcome back at 6:26. You're watching GMJ. All right, tens of thousands of passengers stranded overseas after something called Monarch Airlines suddenly went into financial collapse. Monarch canceled about 300,000 future bookings and apologized to customers and staff. Get this, a bride and groom found their flight to their wedding destination had been canceled 5 minutes before they were due to board.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt that hearts of many Americans are heavy this week after the recent shooting in Las Vegas. Well, to honor those victims and the city, Jack's cornerback, Jalen Ramsey, he will be wearing a pair of custom cleats that read, "Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas." How awesome is this? It's certainly nice to see players pay tribute to a very sad and unfortunate situation.
Good looking shoes there. All right, you can now score a full extra day of battery life, ladies and gentlemen, for your smartphone as we slide into our tech news this morning.
And of course, our deal guy Matt Granite shows us how. He has the key to the case.
It's a first world problem, but one of the worst feelings in the world, your phone battery goes dead. Great to be with you, not just for surfing and streaming, but perhaps there's an emergency call that needs to be made. Your solution today not only protects your iPhone, but it gives you that emergency power and increases your battery power all day long. The case comes out of the box ready to rock. You get an LED indicator so you know exactly what type of power you're getting. You get an additional 76 hours of audio, 13 hours of video, 11 hours of Wi-Fi browsing, 23 extra hours of talk time depending on the model you use, and 365 hours of standby, all for under $35. This item which protects your phone and gives you